Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're diving deep into Squid Game Season 2, Episode 5, and trust me, this one is a game changer. The stakes are rising, alliances are being shattered, and the emotional toll on the characters is at an all-time high. If you've been following the series, you know by now that Squid Game isn't just about the physical challenges, it's about psychological warfare, and this episode proves that even more than ever. Spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it first, and then come back to join the conversation. Let's get into it. A tense start to Episode 5. The episode kicks off with the usual sense of impending doom hanging over the contestants. As the remaining players continue to navigate through the brutal game, the psychological toll becomes much more apparent. Episode 5 takes us through some deeply emotional moments, especially as the players are now starting to crack under the pressure. The game is no longer just about survival. It's about maintaining control over your mind and emotions. From the first few minutes, we're shown the aftermath of the power shifts in the previous episodes. Players are beginning to realize that trust is their most dangerous currency, and by now, anyone who appears to be a reliable ally could easily turn on them. The tension is palpable, and it's clear that the characters' motives are becoming more complex and unpredictable. The return of the psychological games. One of the key elements of Episode 5 is the continuation of the psychological aspect of the game. As the players face their next challenge, it's not only about physical endurance or quick thinking, it's about mental resilience and manipulation. The challenges are specifically designed to break the will of the participants, and it's impressive how the show manages to keep us on edge without relying solely on bloodshed. In this episode, the contestants are forced to confront their deepest fears and anxieties. Each of them has a different approach to dealing with these psychological hurdles, and watching how they react to these new pressures is fascinating. Some characters break down in tears, others lash out at their fellow players, and a few try to keep their composure by playing mind games with others. The game designers behind Squid Game know exactly how to push these characters to their limits. It's not just about who can survive the longest, it's about who can keep it together mentally. This episode does a great job at portraying the inner turmoil of the contestants and how they're slowly becoming pawns in a larger, more sinister game. Betrayals and shifting alliances. If you thought Episode 4 had a lot of twists and backstabbing, Episode 5 takes it up a notch. We see alliances that once seemed unbreakable now crumble before our eyes. One of the most surprising moments comes when a contestant, who had been seen as a steady, trustworthy figure, betrays an ally in the most brutal way. The betrayal is shocking not just because of the action itself, but because it demonstrates just how far players are willing to go in order to secure their survival. What makes the betrayals in Episode 5 so impactful is that they're not just about personal gain, they're also about securing a sense of control in a game that's constantly shifting. We see players who have been trying to remain loyal to their alliances for the sake of emotional comfort realize that loyalty doesn't guarantee anything in Squid Game. In the end, it's every person for themselves, and anyone can turn on you when you least expect it. This sense of betrayal is what makes the game so twisted. It's not just about physical challenges anymore. The emotional manipulation and strategic backstabbing are what keep the tension high. And with every twist, it becomes clearer that the real enemy in Squid Game is not just the other players, but the game itself and the mental strain it puts on the contestants. A shocking twist that changes the game forever. As expected from Squid Game, Episode 5 delivers a major shocker that changes everything. A character, who up until this point had been playing a relatively subtle game, makes a bold move that upends the balance of power. This twist not only affects the dynamics of the remaining contestants but also reveals something deeper about the game's true nature. Without giving too much away, the twist is a true game changer. It's the kind of moment that leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew about the show. It's one of those twists that hits you out of nowhere, and suddenly, the entire strategy of the remaining players must change to adapt to this new, unforgiving reality. The twist also raises some serious ethical questions about the way the game is being played and whether anyone can truly be trusted. This shocking moment sets the stage for an even changes everything. This episode packs a punch. It's a perfect example of how the show mixes action with emotional depth, creating a narrative that's both exciting and thought-provoking. The stakes have never been higher, and the psychological warfare is just getting started. What did you think of Episode 5? Were you shocked by the twists? Which characters are you rooting for? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Squid Game reviews and recaps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.